Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm doing a review on the Everlast Elite 2 boxing shoes. So check it out. Hey guys, Carlo here. Today I'm doing a long overdue review on the Everlast Elite 2 boxing shoes. These retail for $120 on Everlast website. I got mine in the all white colorway, which is my personal favorite. I think they look amazing in white and very versatile. You can use this with any type of outfit. You can also get these in all black, all red, as well as all blue. The blue is more like a dark navy blue. It's not like the original Elite ones, which was like a lighter royal blue with a white outsole. Sizing wise, you can get these as small as size 6 all the way to size 13, and unfortunately they still do not offer this shoe in half sizes. It is a mid-top boxing shoe, so it's not too high, not too low. It utilizes a polyester synthetic mesh as well as a microfiber suede upper with a EVA midsole, a removable insole, as well as that rubber Michelin outsole, which is also a game changer. Now, this is quickly became my favorite boxing shoe, and it's kind of hard for me to say that because I've always been a big fan of my Adams V trainers boxing shoes. Any of my Adams V series shoes have been my kind of my go-to shoes over the years. Now, obviously, I use other shoes that I review and have part of my rotation. You know, whether it's Nikes, Adidas, Hayabusas, you name it. You know, I've tried it, and I've always gravitated back towards my Adams V trainers, and they're still part of my rotation. But once I started using the Elite 2s, I started really falling in love with these shoes. And I did a review on the Elite 1s a couple of years ago in blue. For those of you that are wondering what's the difference between the two shoes, the only difference is going to be the colorway. In terms of the design, the aesthetics, the materials used, the insole, the outsole, the midsole, everything is essentially the same with this shoe. The only difference is the colorway. One thing I did notice, and maybe it was just because is manufactured a little bit differently, but the toe box in this shoe compared to my blue Elite ones was hair whiter, and because of that, these are a lot more comfortable. For those of you that have white feet like myself, these shoes to me are perfect for white feet. I've always had issues with brands like Nike, Asics, some Adidas, where I feel that they tend to run more on the narrow side, especially for boxing shoes. So generally, I always go up a half size for boxing shoes. I'm a 10.5 in regular shoes, so I usually go up to size 11. And sizing wise, for those of you that are wondering, if you do wear like a 10.5 like I do, then definitely go a half size up. Size 11 fit me perfectly. If you're true to size and say you're like 10.5, I would still recommend going half size up, because you can always remove the insole and go with something thicker to kind of fill the inside of the shoe out a little bit better. If you go a half size too small, then you run the risk of the shoe being too tight, and it's really hard to get past that and to really get comfortable with a really tight shoe. Even if you try to loosen the shoe up with like a shoe stretcher, it's really hard. Unless you're on the smaller side of whatever size you are. So, you know, if you're a size 10.5 and you have a really skinny or narrow foot, then maybe go to a size 10 and that might fit you well. But to me, this shoe does everything so well. And to me, in my opinion, it's the best Everlast product that they've come out with. And Everlast has all types of boxing and combat equipment products, you know, boxing gloves, headgear, heavy bags, speed bags, you name it, they have it. To me, their shoes are their best product. I feel like they've done an amazing job in terms of the aesthetics. It doesn't look like a really old boxing shoe. It doesn't look like it's too advanced. You know, there's a Nike Hyper KO 2.0s, which look great, but they're not for everybody. Not everybody likes that super high-tech alien looking shoe. To me, this is a shoe that does kind of blends both. So you got to get a little bit more of a futuristic look, but it also does have kind of an older contemporary look to it as well, which I think a lot of people gravitate towards. And you know, when it comes to fashion, obviously people want to look good when they're training. I think this shoe also looks great, whether you're wearing, you know, joggers, if you're wearing shorts, you know, whatever you're wearing. I feel like this shoe goes with that outfit. So in terms of aesthetics, I think they knocked it out of the park with the way it looks. Weight wise, it's not too heavy. Definitely not as heavy like as some of those newer Hayabusa Talon and Strike shoes. I feel like, you know, it's not as lightweight as like the Macho Mize or some of the more simplistic boxing shoes. It's right in the middle, but You would expect that because it does have that Michelin outsole that does add a little bit of weight, but it's kind of a trade-off because this is essentially a hybrid shoe. And that's my next big praise for the shoe, is that it does everything well in terms of boxing training. So if you're using this for sparring, hitting the bag, hitting the mitts, doing work with your coach, you can do everything with the shoe in the gym and it works flawlessly. The other great thing is that because it does have the EVA midsole and it has this thicker Michelin rubber outsole, you can essentially keep these shoes on and not have to take these shoes off and put on some more heavily cushioned running shoes to do any type of cardiovascular training. So if you're doing any type of box jumps, burpees, you're doing an interval training circuit, strength and conditioning, battle ropes, or whatever it may be, any type of exercise that's going to put some impact on your knees and your lower back. Because of this outsole and the midsole being EVA, it's definitely more shock absorbent and more forgiving to your lower back and to your joints and your knees. So I definitely love the fact that you have that. So it's a hybrid shoe, and it's not just a flat out, all out boxing shoe where it has just this really thin layer of foam, or should I say a thin layer of rubber, and that's it. Great for feedback, great for training in the ring, sparring, but when it comes to other types of training, not the most protective for your body, where I feel like Everlast kind of blends both with this boot. So that's what I really love about this shoe. The fact that it's a mid-top as well, it's not a high-top shoe, so high tops look great in my opinion, but they're just an inconvenience and kind of a pain in the ass to use every day in training because it takes forever to put them on, lace them up, and then when you have to take them off, you have to go through that same process of delacing them, taking them off. Low tops, I don't feel like you get the same level of ankle support, and I don't think they look as nice. They just look weird to me. They look like low top sneakers, and I just don't like the way low tops look. So to me, mid-top boxing shoes are the way to go, and I think they look really good. So again, what the actual materials used in the shoe, you do have the synthetic mesh, the microfiber suede. This is basically polyester right in here. You do have that Everlast logo in black. It says Black Elite. You do have the Velcro ankle strap that goes around your ankle, rotating around. You do have a nice solid heel cup to give yourself that support when you're lifting off your heel. And you can also see that the rubber outsole kind of tapers up and drops down, comes back up again. So more of the same material. You can tell that the toe box on this is definitely wider and more forgiving and has a good amount of flexibility in the toe box area. The Michelin rubber outsole has a good amount of life expectancy and durability, and you can see that it has kind of this wave pattern. Good amount of grip, pivoting well, great for footwork, great for pivoting, side to side, lateral movement, forward and back. Does everything very well. Now that I think about it, I believe these are probably Bud Crawford's favorite shoe. And a lot of the videos I see him training, he's often wearing these shoes. That's some of his favorites. So you can see that Michelin rubber outsole is really nice. That logo across with the Michelin man right there. You do have a polyester tongue right down the middle with that hollow mesh. Nice long white laces with plastic tips at the end. They're long enough to where you can get a second rotation around your ankle if you want to get that extra support. You do have what feels like, I don't know if these are plastic or metal. I think they're plastic eyelet holes, and that is going to be for the Velcro strap to go through to give yourself that extra support. The inside has that black liner, which is really nice and comfortable. Your feet slide in nicely. You do have the Everlast tag. Upper is 48% microfiber suede plus 52% polyester. Liner is 100% polyester. Sock is 5% polyester and 95% EVA. Midsole is 100% EVA. Outsole is 100% rubber. Mine are size 11, UK 10.5 euro, European 44, made in China. You do have a removable insole as well. So nothing too crazy there. Not the best insole, not the worst, but your standard foam insole on the inside. And then on the inside you can see just has that base stitching on the midsole for the shoe. Go ahead and put the insole back in. If you have your own custom orthotics, you could use it with the shoe. If you want something for a little bit more cushioning, you can do that as well. But overall, this shoe has been great. And you probably have seen me using this in a lot of my training videos just because They're just a super comfortable shoe. I could put so many rounds with these shoes in and I don't get any discomfort. The only thing I don't like is the fact that these are $20 more than the original Elite shoes, and the only difference is the colors. So you're basically paying a $20 premium for 4 additional colors, because everything about the shoe, in my opinion, is the same. Now, whether it's up to you, if the $20 is worth it, that's completely up to you. I personally think the $20 was worth it for the white colorway. I just think the white looks amazing out of all the colorways. They have the all black one now, which has a little bit of gold accents on it. They have the dark navy blue, which looks okay. They have also that kind of that blood red color. Where the originals was blue, red, and black. The black had a white outsole. The red was more of like a cherry red with a white outsole, and the blue was more like a royal blue with a white outsole. So you're basically paying $20 more for more colors. I'm not a big fan of that, but it is what it is. I think the $20 is definitely worth it for the white colorway. I still wish that Everlast would come out with half sizes. I think that half sizes is so important, because people have just different lengths of feet, different widths, and it'll make it so much easier for people to pick the correct size shoe and not have to gamble on a whole size. You know, if you're landing in a half size range, you're kind of taking a risk, and it's not always going to be the same for everybody. I mean, I could recommend to somebody, yeah, go half size up. And for one person, if it's perfect, and for the other, they're like, hey, I want to half size up like you told me to, and they fit like crap. So it's really different for everybody, and I feel like if you do get those half sizes, it's going to be a game changer, and you'll probably have less people exchanging and returning the shoes, because you're basically getting a better fit the first time around, rather than kind of gambling on a whole size that you're not sure if you should go up or down when it comes to that sizing. But overall, I'm extremely satisfied with these shoes. I love using these in the gym. They're super comfortable, a very versatile shoe. And again, I think this is Everlast's best product so far. So if you guys have any questions or comments, you guys know what to do. Put them down below. I'll put the link in the description box, or you can find these Everlast Elite 2 boxing shoes. See you guys later. Peace.